In this class, we learn about nutrition in human beings. The mode of nutrition in human beings is heterotrophic nutrition. Human digestive system is very complex in nature. Digestive system is an organ system. It consists of different types of organs and they perform different functions in the digestion process. Digestive system also called as alimentary canal or gastrointestinal tract. Shortly, we can call it GI, gastrointestinal tract. Human digestive system is a long tube-like structure, starts with mouth and ends with the anus. We take different types of the food materials regularly. These food materials must be digested and absorbed into our body. Digestion is the process of breaking down of complex food substances into simple substances with the help of the enzymes. Passage of food through alimentary canal or gut. Food is cut and crushed by our teeth in the mouth and mixed with saliva to make it wet and slippery. Saliva is secreted by 3 pairs of the salivary glands. 2 pairs of the salivary glands are located at the either sides of the jaw and below the tongue, and 1 pair is located in the palate. These salivary glands secrete saliva, which consists of salivary amylase or ptyalin. Salivary amylase or ptyalin is an enzyme. Salivary amylase or ptyalin helps in the breakdown of carbohydrates. In our mouth, the tongue helps in the mixing the food and pushing it into the next part. The lower jaw also help in the whole process. Let us observe the parts of the digestive system. In our mouth, mainly 4 types of teeth, tongue and 3 pairs of salivary glands are present. The space present in the mouth is called buccal cavity or oral cavity. While we swallow the food materials, epiglottis helps to prevent the entry of the food materials into windpipe or trachea. The next parts are esophagus or food pipe, a long tube-like structure, stomach, a sac-like structure, small intestine, a tube-like structure, large intestine, rectum and anus. Small intestine again divided into 3 parts: duodenum, a U-shaped part, jejunum and ileum. Mastication process occur in the buccal cavity. Mastication means cut and crush the food material and wet with saliva. After the process of mastication, the food is ready to swallow. This food is called as bolus. After we swallow the food enters into the food pipe or esophagus. It reaches to the stomach by the process called peristalsis or peristaltic movement. Peristaltic movement is a wave-like movement. Then food enter into the stomach. Stomach consists of gastric glands. These gastric glands secrete gastric juices. Gastric juice contain hydrochloric acid or HCl and an enzyme called pepsin. Pepsin helps in the breakdown of proteins. In the stomach, only proteins will be digested due to the acidic medium. Now the partially digested food passes from stomach to small intestine. At the end of the stomach, pyloric sphincter is present. It helps to regulate or passage of the food materials into the small intestine. At the end of the stomach, pyloric sphincter is present. It helps in the passage of regulation of the food materials. Now the food enter into the first part of the small intestine called duodenum, a U-shaped part. The small intestine is the site of further digestion of the carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Into the duodenum, two digestive juices called bile juice and pancreatic juices are released. Bile juice comes from the liver. There are no enzymes are present in the bile juice, even though it helps in the emulsification. Emulsification means breaking down of large fats into small globules. Pancreatic juice released from pancreas. Pancreatic juice mainly contains three types of digestive enzymes. Amylase acts on carbohydrates, trypsin acts on proteins, lipase acts on fats. The walls of small intestine secrete intestinal juice called succus enteroceus. It helps to further digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. After completion of the digestion, the carbohydrates are break down into glucose molecules. Proteins are break down into amino acids. Fats are break down into fatty acids and glycerol. These molecules are absorbed by small intestine. Thank you all.